Hello, beautifuls. I'm back, and this is going to be a quick, I guess, part two to the last video because I want to clarify our mother's work, right? First of all, any decision that those ancient women, any decision that those ancient women decided, right, is the reason why we're here today. Right, is the reason why the whole world is here today, but specifically, African American or Black American, Cronin Black women. I don't listen. Well, all African American women are not Cronin Black women. So, let's just say y'all know what the indigenous, right? um, so she's the reason why we're all here. So I'm really feeling in my spirit to never slight her. Right, I really am. I got onto the mammy talk because she's a representation of an ancient mother, but even the sibyls, right, and their kinging males, right. The thought is, why would they king males instead of just becoming, you know, grand as on her own, right? Like, why didn't she just do the work on her own and be able to run the world on her own, right? Y'all, the apes are really in the way. like I really need Black women to understand that the apes are truly in the way. Um, the reason why she's not in a position, or she was not in a position, why she chose to Kang is for the apes, right? But why she chose to king white males and put them in positions of power, is because of the suppression of Black males. His suppression is so far back, right? So the history of Black women is that she was here all alone, right? And then her, for hundreds of years, maybe, thousands, could be millions. We don't know how long Black women was here, right? But she was here alone, as a goddess in her own right, doing her work as she wanted to, ruling the world as she decided to see fit, right? And then income meals that, she created, right? And we can admit that it's I feel no way when I say this. Sometimes when I say something about ancient mothers, I feel like, I feel a how dare you. Like, I feel a how fucking dare you, you fucking ungrateful child, right? Is the feeling that she gives me sometimes when especially now in using the word mammy, and especially in allowing non-African American women to use it, right? In my space, like, mm-mm. Anyhow, so I get this feeling of how fucking dare you, but I never get that feeling when I mention that we fucked up in making meals, right? The grandmothers have all agreed. They have all sat down in their and their in their ancestors realm, and have concluded that we have fucked up. Look what we have done to our daughters, right? And I mean the mothers of the mothers. The spirit that's on the other side is that of the mothers. I I don't even feel the mother of Thunnzz on the other side, so I don't know what the fuck happened to her. Right? I don't even know what the fuck happened to her. But the ancestral spirit that's on the other side is a zet of the mother, right? The grandmother, of course, but also the mothers. And when I say that, when I say that we fucked up, I feel no way. I don't feel the way that I feel like, how dare you, right? Because they are in agreement, right? The grandmothers are in agreement, right? Our ancient mothers are in agreement that yes, we fucked up there, right? The creating of Black males was, the undoing of us, right? That was the undoing of us, right? And how that happened, is up for debate, right? I come with my own conclusion of how that happened, but how it happened, Black women can discuss, amongst ourselves how it happened. But the grand conclusion is that we fucked up in doing it, right? And because she fucked up in doing it, right? She knew that. So the ancient story is that the Orisha gave patriarchy to white males as a gift, right? And she gave it to white males as a gift because of the slaughtering and the onslaught of what was going on with her daughters, right? She was just like, she truly thought that, and it's proven to be factual. She was right in her decision, right? That at least my daughters would be better, would be in a better position, if they were, if they were not under the rule of black men, right? If they were not under the rule of black men, and I at least, gave this gift of patriarchy to white males, and then, allow him to run the world as he sees fit, right? At least then my daughters could breathe, and they could probably regroup, and they could probably, get themselves back up to where, which is true, right? That's where we are now. We have breathed, we have regrouped, and now we're deciding, and some ladies are calling it divesting. Some, black women are deciding that, this don't work for us, right? Being in community with black males, dating black males, making children with black males, creating black males is just not working for us, right? And this is the thought, this was her thought all along. Like, my daughters can at least catch their breath and make some conscious decisions if they're not constantly suppressed by apes, right? But because by then, right, we was already under the suppression of the fucking ape, right? She made that decision knowing that we were already suppressed by the apes, right? We were already suppressed by the apes. So at least let me offer wise counsel to white men to at least allow them to run the world, because he would be a soft, listen, the divine mother, our grandmothers knew that the white males that had crawled out of caves, that we, that when we in our, when we was all in our, pro-black phase, we went on about that, right? But she knew, right, that those males would be a lot less harsh, directly to us, right? And not saying, not cleaning white males' hands, right, for the crimes that he's committed against black women, that he noticed that he committed against the black women, and that I think in some ways he tries to pay for. But she knew in her grand wisdom that at least my daughters would be better then if I use my magic to at least put him on top, because by then black males had already just destroyed all of black women's wisdom, had stole it all, had just completely destroyed black women. I mean, if you look at the history of some of the things that black males had done, damn, it's 9:00, had done against black women, it was so harsh and so severe that she knew that she could never trust black males to ever, if we're going to be in a patriarchal society, to be, patriarchal leaders. She knew what it would do to black women, right? What happened with the Moors, right? Remember the Moors? They went over in Europe, allegedly conquered Europe, and just demeaned, dehumanized, disrespected, and disregarded black women. She knew what his rule would look like, right? And that kind of rule, she was not okay with her daughters living in it, right? So I wanted to come back, and this is a short video. I just wanted to come back in case anybody was wondering, like, why didn't she just, why would she why would she offer wise counsel to white males instead of keeping it for herself? And it's because she was not in a position. Listen, I'm going to take a video that Adunola, the Oracle, posted, and she posted it talking about the mammy archetype, right? And she kind of channeled her. And what she did was she explained some of the ways that she was talking about the mammy, right, which would have been a slave at the time. But even her mother, right, even her foremothers, right, were not in a position to rule as long as black males' feet was on our neck, right? In that way, how cruel he was, back then, as he was able to rule in some ways, right? When black males were able to rule in some ways, they were too fucking harsh. They were too fucking cruel, and it was no way for black women to even breathe, right? So she was just trying to get us from under his rule so that we could have enough room to breathe and enough room to regroup and enough room to gather ourselves for this moment here, right? So here we are in this moment here, right? And we're not going to slight her for the decisions that she made to get us here, right? We're not going to blame her for the decisions that she made to get us here. We're going to be grateful that she got us here, and we're going to take full advantage of the position that we have as African American women. When we get into the question of, why was we enslaved? As African American women, why were we enslaved? Listen, we're going to be grateful for the position that we are in today, that she suffered. Her suffering got us to, right? Her suffering got us to this moment that we are in today so that we can catch our breath and that we can regroup. And now we can position ourselves in the ways that we need to be positioned in the world, right? And it's due to, and it's directly due to the sacrifices that she made. And it's directly due to the decisions that she made. So let us always be honoring those ancient mothers for their decisions and for whatever they did to position us in the place that we are in now. And that is, as African American women, as women that can earn a position on the world stage, right? It'll take a lot of work, but damn it, we can do it, right? And it's due to her sacrifices and the decisions that she made, those ancient decisions that she made way back when, and even the decisions that the mammy made during slavery is why we're in this position that we are in today. So let us be grateful. And I felt like someone would be asking that kind of question, and here I am to answer it. So that's why. Okay? All right? So if you was asking that question, and if you was asking that question, that's why. That's why, baby sis. This is why. So again, y'all, I'm leaving. I'm gonna post these videos tonight. It's 9 o'clock. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna post these videos tonight, and love you, ladies. And I think I am gonna leave them up. If White Zaddy come over here and and catch me fucking reading to the as the mammies did, right? As the mammies did, he was kind enough in his rule to allow some black women to learn how to read, and then she went and was teaching her daughters how to read. Well, I'm gonna leave this up even at the risk of White Zaddy coming over here and catching it and catching me reading to black women. And that's just I forgot, a metaphor, right? Which is why I really don't leave these kind of videos up, because I don't want, white males to come in over here and catch us, reading. Basically, catch us reading. So that's that. I'm gonna post these videos now. Love you, ladies. I guess they'll be up about 10. It's Saturday. Y'all get to stay up. I have to go to work tomorrow. So let me go.